Hello YouTube viewers, coming from you at my shop here. We're looking for a solution to a rough idle. You may have a vehicle like this. This is a PT Cruiser, but anything similar to it with a map sensor that doesn't have there's no check engine light, but the car runs rough at idle. It's kind of a little bit rough, but that as soon as you get on the gas, it runs perfectly fine. And you're probably wondering why it runs so rough. It's because this is possibly your issue. As you can see, I've got this intake manifold removed from this PT Cruiser. You can see along here the gasket surface is completely flat. It's not happy. And here's kind of give you a quick explanation on this. You can see the gasket on the left is removed. Let me get a video. And the one on the right is a brand new gasket. You can see that the one on the left is compressed from age, and the new one is obviously going to put some tension and seal up the vacuum on the intake. Another thing worth mentioning, the injector O-rings will collapse a little bit and cause a vacuum leak as well. And so will these, but these are already replaced. You can see by looking at it how much they're raised up to make it seal properly. So what I'm going to do is replace all these old squished seals with brand new seals that are thicker, or they're new, and put it all back together, and the car will idle smooth like a baby's butt. But maybe I shouldn't say that these days. And the injector O-rings are right here. These are the ones I'm going to change. And while you're in here, this is a PT Cruiser. You want to change the seal. This is where the thermostat usually goes. The seal on here. The new thermostat. See, these are a little tricky to install. They only go on kind of one way. See, there's a little notch right here. Make sure that this little check valve, which is furthest away, is facing in the right direction. There's that little notch over here on the seal, and then there's the check valve. You want it facing that way, because if you put it this way, it won't fit. And that will break your housing. I always recommend getting a new housing because they're plastic and they kind of warp and they cause leaks. The thermostat seal also can leak. But basically what happens is your intake manifold will develop leaks over time because the seals kind of relax, and you'll have a rough idle, and the computer will not throw a check engine light because the computer is a map sensor, and unless there's a massive hole in your intake manifold like the size of a golf ball or something, you're not going to have a check engine light. So if your car has a rough idle and everything else is in good condition, the spark plugs, all that good stuff, good compression, then I highly recommend checking for a vacuum leak. And there's a way you can do that by, well, I'm a professional, so we use a smoke machine, and we put pressure with a smoke machine, and it'll leak out of the seals. A couple other methods. When the engine is running, you can spray some brake cleaner or carb cleaner or whatever you want across the areas where the seals are. And if the car starts running rough, when you spray the seals, then you know that that seal is leaking. Either runs rough or starts to run better, either way. Another way to check, if it doesn't run exactly rough, you can hook up a scan tool or a OBD2 reader and check your oxygen sensor, primary oxygen sensor. Spray the stuff on there, or use propane, whatever you want to use. And if you see the O2 sensor is bouncing up and down the reading, and then when you spray the stuff on there, it flat lines, you know that you have a leak. Another way to check for leaks, this car I accidentally found a leak after doing a lot of work. I did the valve cover, gaskets, tune-up, and resealed the coolant. It was leaking. I started the car up, and I was pouring water down on this side, and the car started running rough. When I poured the water got sucked in through the seals. But anyway, there you have it. This is the cure on making your rough running older or higher mileage engine without a check engine light and everything else in good shape. It's a good way to fix that run, that lopey idle, and get the car running smooth again and get everything, make everything happy, and you don't suck in dirt and whatnot through the intake. You can see down here, it does get pretty dirty. Get all that dirt in there. So it'd be a good idea to clean that up with maybe a BG service at a automotive shop, or some kind of a cleaner. But there you have it. Have a nice day in unicorn land of YouTube.